Have you been wondering why your social media content gets tons of likes, tons of engagement, comments, and everything, but very few sales? If so, today's video is for you. Of course, I am going to start off with a story, but if you stay tuned, I can promise that this video will not only tell you why this is happening, but also what you need to do to fix it. So I want you to travel back in time with me from where we are today, which is 2024, to the year 2020. I was showing up on social media, consistently posting content, speaking to Christian women who were procrastinators. These Christian women, very near and dear to my heart, the first group of women that I coached were Christian women who had big God-given goals, but they lacked the strategy, the discipline, and the clarity to accomplish them. And so they hired me to show them how to track their trail to purpose when it comes to accomplishing those goals that God gave them. And so for 2020, it was great. I was able to serve women inside of my first private coaching program. And they got amazing clarity, amazing amounts of progress, and it was really good for them. In 2021, if you are like me as a kingdompreneur, you know that on this journey, you grow as you go. And so in 2021, God made it clear that there were some things that I was going to be doing differently. So I pivoted from just working with Christian women who were procrastinators to specifically working with Christian women who were procrastinating on launching their business. Now, this was a different niche, but it was the same kind of woman. And so at the beginning of 2021, I was posting the content, doing the reels, going live, doing all the things, and I was getting some engagement, but I wasn't getting any sales. Really crazy, in that same year, about around June or July, I had just finished my teaching term for the year, and God made it very clear to me that I was not supposed to return to the classroom. Well, the problem with that was I didn't have any clients. I was showing up, getting engagement. People were signing up for my free challenge, my free offers, right? But they were not investing to enroll in my paid program. At the time, I think it was $2,000. And I couldn't understand it. I mean, they were even booking calls. If you can relate to this, let me know in the comments, because woo, this was so frustrating and confusing. And so in 2021, when God told me not to return to the classroom and be a full-time teacher, I continued to post the content. I continued to show up. I continued to do what I thought I was supposed to be doing, right? Because sometimes we do what makes sense to us and it doesn't work because we should always be following God's plan. And so toward the end of 2021, I decided, after talking to Julie and my husband, I need a coach. I need somebody to help me figure out what the problem is and how I can fix this problem. So I invested in a coaching program. I believe it was 10 weeks. And in this 10-week coaching program, I was able to learn how to take what I was already doing and actually speak to the woman who was ready to get the results that working with me provided. So I needed to tweak some things on my website, tweak some things on my offer, trim off some parts of the offer that I was selling. And finally, my program was ready to be launched again. Now, mind you, I have been launching this program the whole time. So I did a launch in January of 2021, then again in March of 2021, then again around June of 2021, except nobody was signing up. So when I invested in this coaching program, I had a renewed sense of hope that the investment that I made of the last $1,000 that Julian and I had on a credit card was going to skyrocket our results. And by God's grace, that's exactly what happened. In 2022, I launched the same program again, except this time, not only were people liking and commenting, but they were buying. And I'm not talking about one or two people. I'm talking about I launched the program and had 4 women inside of the program. And then I launched the program again, and I had another 4 women inside of the program. And the first group of 4 women who worked with me for the 90 days in the initial program of 2022, they worked with me again in the summer. Oh my goodness. I was amazed. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, what's different? It wasn't just that I took a coaching program and I learned how to sell, because the program wasn't even about sales skills. What was different is what I want you to learn for your business when it comes to marketing and engaging your audience with what you sell. What was different is that in that coaching program, I learned a pivotal lesson. And honestly, I'm not even totally sure the coach intended for this to be the lesson we learned, but it's absolutely a takeaway that I got from the program, which is that people are attracted to offers that are positioned in the marketplace as solutions. In order for you to position your offer in the marketplace as a solution, you have to go beyond information, experiences, personal stories, and expertise, and into problem solving, literally. So I started to create content after completing that coaching program that spoke directly to the problem that my client had. Yes, I was still serving the same woman who was a procrastinator, who was inconsistent. But I stopped just focusing on the procrastination part, which is basically a symptom. And I got to the root of the thing that was stopping her from launching her business, which is that she needed the strategy. She needed the confidence in the plan that would let her know, okay, if I follow step A through Z, A through C, maybe, I'll get the result that I desire. And so I started speaking to the level of confidence that she would have by following a system. And I talked about how that confidence creates the consistency that she needs to be massively impactful in the marketplace for God's glory. My messaging was no longer, hey, procrastinator, stop procrastinating. Hey, procrastinator, launch the business God called you to launch. Those types of things were getting likes. Those types of things were getting comments like, ouch, oh, you're speaking to me. Oh, that makes so much sense. But then when I switched my messaging to say, hey, the reason why you're procrastinating is because you don't actually have a system to follow to help you be consistent enough to get the results you desire. And so because you don't have that system, you're not getting those results, and not getting those results is keeping you stuck. You see the difference? So what do I want you to know? You're creating content on social media right now, and getting likes and engagement actually is a good thing. It shows you that there's something about what you're posting that your audience is responding to. And it's also at the base level, foundationally, a good thing because you at least have an audience who wants to respond. That's a great thing. The next thing is to take your messaging and package it in a way that showcases you not just as the expert or the person who can relate, the person who's who kind of gets them to say things like, oh, congratulations, oh, that's so good, right? You post, I just launched my new program, doors are opening now for my program, and everybody in the comments is saying congratulations, right? Because they look at you as someone like, yay, let me clap for you, not, hey, let me hire you. You have to shift your messaging to lean into the problems, to speak to the problems that you know your dream client has and the solutions that working with you provides. You have to be able to explain how your formula, your framework, your process gets them access to the results that they desire. Everybody's liking your things because your content is likable. They're commenting on your things because you're able to create conversation, whether you're going live or you're doing a reel or you're doing a written post. They're commenting and engaging because they appreciate the value that you're sharing. But we don't just want appreciation, right? We're Christian women called to the marketplace by God to have these online service-based businesses and be massively impactful for God's glory. So what that means is we don't just want to be appreciated, right? We want to be transformative. We want to be impactful. And so to be able to be impactful, you have to know how to create content that not only captivates them, but also converts them. And so once I shifted my messaging to lead with the problem and position my offer properly, effectively as the solution, conversion no longer was a problem, right? And of course, you have some other things that you want to do, right? You want to make sure that you're nurturing them. You want to make sure that you are building the relationship that showcases you, not just as the friend, because we don't just want to be friends with our community, right? But we want to be thought leaders. And so as the thought leader, you want to create content that shows your thought leadership. Content that says, here's a fact, right? Here's a fact about my industry. And then here's what I think about this fact. Here's my perspective about this fact. Here's an experience that I've had with someone that relates to this fact, or maybe that even disproves this fact, discredits it. You see? It's important for you to be intentional about the kind of content you're creating so that you can get the results you want. Listen, I tell my clients all the time, your dream clients, the people that you are called to serve in the marketplace for God's glory, they are on social media right now looking for you. They're looking for the services that working with you that you offer, and they're looking specifically for the transformation that working with you provides. They are actively seeking these things. They're seeking the results. They're seeking the outcomes. But your content needs to show them that your services gets them access to what they're seeking. That's not just content that they can relate to. That's content that they can be transformed by based upon how you position it. So now you're not just creating content to give information, but you're creating content to help them get toward transformation. Content like this. Now you're watching this video right now, and if this is helping you, do me a favor and press the subscribe button, because I want you to know that you can consistently expect content that not only shows you I'm aware of the problems you have, but that also helps you move the needle forward toward those problems being solved. You see how I just did that? In the same way that I do this for my business and my clients learn from me how to do that for their business, you too can do that for yours. All you need to do is become hyper intentional about, number one, knowing what your dream clients want. Number two, knowing what problems your dream clients have that are stopping them from getting what they want. And number three, being super clear on how your service solves those problems. I look forward to seeing the new type of content that you start creating so that you can go beyond the likes, beyond the shares, beyond the congratulations in the comments, and start converting your dream clients on social media. Until next time, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this video if it was helpful for you, and I look forward to seeing you right back here on my channel.